It's not, but it's either like I play it or I don't play at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier, when you play online, you have to kind of just accept that some shit is gonna happen and realize, hey, like this does not mean anything about like my level of play. You know what I'm saying? And it affects like both you and the other guy too. So like, you know, you just gotta understand, like, you know, make sure your stuff is a little bit more simplified to, you know, compensate for the lag. If shit happens, just roll it off your back. You know what I mean? Like, and just like know that like, you know, both people aren't playing at their optimum, you know. But like, some play, like these two guys that I played, like we're talking about bad connections, but these guys, even though it was laggy at certain points, like they're honestly like not that bad connection wise. Like I've had way worse. And like you play against like a lot of people online with varying degrees of like connection stability. It's like you kind of appreciate. You have to appreciate like the ones that are playable. You know. He does. He really does go up a tier online. Like Wesker is not really that much of a problem for me. Like the shit that really gets to me is like when you can't like do the simple shit. Even if you try to do the simple shit, sometimes that drops, right? And like when you try to like push block certain things. And like the worst thing is when you know you got a airtight string, but they're able to hit a button anyway. That's the shit that really triggers me. But you know what? Like it's all good. You know, it's like you just gotta like know that like this stuff won't really work in an offline setting. And hey, you know what? Like if you really have to, you just blacklist like certain people. Like there are certain people that like, you know, like you play against and you're like, this guy, I'm not learning anything from this guy, you know, and I'm not doing anything but fighting against the lag. And I'm doing more of that than fighting against the player, you know? So some people, you just simply have to be like, yeah, I know, like you're not compatible. We're not compatible, you know? It's like a fucking romantic relationship. Like, you know, we're just not into each other, you know? Sorry. I don't know if I can go to NEC actually, cause like I would have gone to NEC if it weren't for like the Go for Broke Stan Lee tournament that we're gonna have. It's like a $500 pot bonus for Marvel 3. So like, and like Philly, like to go once in a month is already kind of a hefty expense, but like going twice is very difficult. Especially since like I'm not even gonna be doing like the venue at NEC, you know. If I'm going to NEC at all, I'm not doing the venue. So, and then January I have MagFest, and like I'm not missing MagFest for the world, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. The Go for Broke thing is at the end of the year, but it's still like, you know, between my car payment and like, you know, both trips to Philly, it's gonna be difficult, you know. You should come. Yeah, you should definitely come, dude. Like, it's gonna be sick. Like, everybody's coming. I know, like, New York guys are coming, too. But, you know, like, maybe I'll do anything. I don't know. I'll try it. Like, I'll think about it. It depends on... See, like, here's the thing. I could go to NEC. I could go for, like, one day at the least, right? And I could, like, you know, just hang out and chill with people in hotel sessions, right? And I could even get a posse going with me. But here's the problem, though. Like, it's gas and toll especially. Toll is a killer. Like, toll, it costs like $30 going back and forth, right? So that's like 15 going forward and 15 going back. So if I'm going to Philly twice in a month, that's $60 that month. And that's $60 I could be using for like other stuff in my life, you know, like payments and shit. It's pretty bad. Like, oh my god, like they start adding more tolls on like the highway here. Like, oh, it's rough. It's really rough. Like going once is already pretty hefty, you know. So I don't know. That might like ruin shit for me, you know. But out of the two, I'm gonna prioritize uh the Go for Broke tournament, because besides it's in Stanley's honor, dude. Like, I want to pay tribute for the guy anyway. He and Steven Hillenberg, who recently passed away just like yesterday, right, or the day before. They they were like part of like they were really they had a hand in like creating like big parts of my childhood. So I gotta give at least Stan Lee some honor, by showing up. But yeah, going back to the online thing, like you just gotta like to simplify things, allow shit to happen. You gotta like just roll it off your back. Um, don't don't use it. Use it as a learning tool. Like use it to like learn like how to play against certain play styles and certain characters, and like certain people who play certain characters, because some people play characters better than others. That's a big thing in this game. Learn consistency. Like just like use it as a learning tool, not as a way to like make yourself feel better by getting wins and shit, or as a rank up thing. And some people you just gotta blacklist. Like I had to blacklist a lot of West Coast players because West Coast is not compatible with me. East Coast is fine. Even Canadian players are fine. Hell, the fucking French dude that I play, like he's better than most of the West Coast people. I'll tell you this though, like you shouldn't play too much. It's definitely like junk food. You're thinking, oh, I could get like some food right now. Fucking like $5 fucking piece five piece chicken, whatever the fuck, or like I can get some fucking McDonald's or something and fill me up. But you do that too much, like it's not good for you. It's not good for your play either. So, I kind of learned this myself too, because like you really have to like take breaks every now and again, and then go back online, a couple days a week or something, just so you don't get like too rusty. Uh, Play against like people who you can learn from, and people who have like better connections. Like Priest is pretty good, like with a connection. Like me and him, like it was all right last time we played. It wasn't like terrible, but I don't know if I would play him too much, because like West Coast connection is kind of wonky. I don't know, but then again, I haven't played him too much. So like for example, like that is like you kind of have to play a little bit more to see where you guys are at. Yeah, like, and if it's getting really frustrating to you, just like, yeah, just step away from it for like a while. And you gotta have a different mindset. Is all I'm saying. You gotta have a different mindset. But yeah, all that stuff, like I've said before, uh, and just chill out when you play. That's all. Like I've even thought about going back to PSN just so I could play with like guys like Joey, because like those playing people like that is gonna better me as a player, So I need to play more players like that, because I can play on PSN. If you only have one or the other, like then you're stuck. I choose to avoid it more often, but I'm thinking about playing more often just so I could play some of those people, because like sometimes the PC players aren't on at certain times, but the PSN players are. Um, yeah, like it's okay to like have your own kind of rules. Like maybe you're the type of person who really doesn't like lobbies. Maybe you're the type of person who can only play like small sets online. Maybe you just want to play like a certain like small group of players. And that's fine. Like if you want to do that, you do things. You're allowed to do things to better your enjoyment for playing online. Don't feel bad if like you come across as like a dick to people. Like if you blacklist them or say, hey, you're too laggy, or like this certain things. Just be nice about it. Don't be a total dick about it, but. Yeah, and certain play styles too. Like, you know, if they're the type of person who really doesn't care about like what they're doing online, then maybe that's not like the best player for you to play if you're trying to better yourself. If you just want to fuck around, then you can do that too. Most people do what? Take it serious or not take it serious enough? Yeah, like, see, like, I mean, I think everybody falls into that like at some point, right? Because like, I would just say I want to play guys like Priest and Joey more because like, you know, that's gonna help me get better, right? So it sounds like I'm taking it serious, but you also kind of have to not take it too serious because like I mentioned earlier, like if you take it too serious and you allow this shit to like be a thing of like, you know, like of evaluating your self-worth as a player and even as a person, then it's not healthy. Like, you know, you can't like let some shitty netcode fuck your mentality up or mental health up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to understand that like it's online is not a 100% true measure of skill because of you're playing with other factors involved, you know? And you can't really like don't stress yourself out too much if you feel like, oh, I could totally beat this guy, or oh, you know, I would have won and this didn't happen, you know? Like, it's just like it's not really. And then like I've had to learn this myself, like I said, like over the years, like it's not really worth fucking your mind up over, you know what I'm saying? People who think that like they have something to gain from winning online, you know, like that's just I feel like, you know, like they're too engrossed in like, you know, that kind of mentality of like, oh, I have to win, you know? You should learn. You don't have to always win. You should learn. And you learn more by losing, really. If you take it like too serious, like above and beyond, probably be like guys like Homunca Butterfly. Yeah, so don't take this shit online. Serious online, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, like, online is fucking bad for this. It is. You know, I'm not trying to advocate it at all, but
Marvel versus Capcom 3.
You know, when you're a small community like us, right? When you're rubbing elbows with the other like, you know, poverty games, like you gotta take what you can get. Like it's already a blessing, like a blessing that like we're able to like play this on multiple platforms online, and like the servers are still being supported. You know. And if you really love the game, I'm not saying like you have to play online. Like, if you don't want to, if you really don't like it, then that's fine. You can wait till like you get to like your locals or like your major stuff, right? But you know, like sometimes like you can't really be picky. And beggars can't be choosers. When you're begging for games, you can't choose like what the quality of the game is sometimes, you know? And if your connection's like really so bad you can't ever play anybody online, then maybe you got other priorities you need to work on, like getting better internet, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe some people can't even do that because of their living situation, or like, you know, like their area, like where they work at, where they live at, you know. They can't move, you know, just because like they want to play online or like play with other people. So when you're able to actually have the opportunity to play other people, like, dude, that's pretty sick if you think about it, you know? Again, I'm not advocating for this netcode. This netcode is fucking trash. But, like, it's not, at least it's not plus R. Like, I remember plus R online was fucking hard. Plus R online makes this fucking netcode look godlike. Hey, Priest, what's going on? I'm actually about to get off soon. I'm just going on a spiel about, like, online play and, like, how you shouldn't take it serious if you want to play, and like if you're able to play online in the first place, like if you're living in a situation where you're able to play online, then that's actually pretty nice. And I don't know, like, you can choose to not play online or play online if you want to. That's your prerogative, and I understand either way. But, like, maybe consider that, like, hey, you don't always have the opportunity to play offline with people. And when you're a small team, you can't really, like, choose, like, where you can play. Sometimes you gotta roll with like, Doctor Strange is bad. Mystic Sword! Maximum! Impact Bomb! Impact Bomb! Flames of Impact! Flames of the Faulty! Mystic Sword! Yeah, I know your situation, Motion. Like, some people, like, are in your situation where, like, no matter what you do, you can't really play online with people without people playing online. And it's like, what are you gonna do? Pack up your bags and your family and move to like a place with better reception? You know, like, you can't do that. Some people can, and it's sad for them. And they have to wait for their majors. They have to wait for offline play or something. You know what I mean? Some people, like, they have the opportunity. They can do it. Like, they can just, like, play with people. And then at that point, you can just, like, pick and choose who you want to play with, you know? Like, you can, like, do lobbies with people. Flames of Impact! Flames of the Faulty! Mystic Sword! Some people are able to play on both systems, you know? Both systems, maybe. You want to stick to like 360 online where like the fucking like player base is a little more cleared out? Go for it. Do whatever you can do. But I would just hate to see people like give up entirely on a game that they know that they love just because of that stuff. That's the worst case scenario for me. I actually had a talk with somebody who plays Guilty Gear on Sunday, right? And they were like, you know, oh, I don't really play online with Steam. And like, Guilty Gear like is pretty known for having like pretty decent netcode. He's saying it's still not good enough for him, you know what I mean? And I told him, well, you know, like, sometimes you gotta take what you can get, you know? And he told me, at that point, I'd rather play this. For me, I can't do that. Because I love this game so much. When you love something too much, like, you find a way. Like, whether it's like building a fucking $1,000 PC, you know, whether it's like paying like $60 a month, a year, I mean, for like 360, playing with like a very small group of people, you find a way. You know, I'm sorry for people like Motion who really can't like play online with people and like people complain and everything. And like that sucks. You know, like I would say like if you're playing somebody who you know has really shitty online and everything, you might get mad, but don't get too mad. You know, like don't take it personal. Because like some people they can't help it. They really can't help it. Like you think people want to play online? Like they really should do that. I don't think people do. Like most people fucking fucking Roger. As soon as they said that. You know what does suck? Is as soon as I'm about to leave, actually, I get more viewers. And it's like, wow, like, I'm about to leave. I'm getting fucking hungry and tired. And fucking, like, I'm hungry, you know? That's what I'm calling it now. I'm hungry. Yeah, like, to reiterate what I was saying, you know, just try to, like, you know, not take it too seriously. I know it's a generic thing to say when you see stuff is done, especially like when you know that you're a better player than what you show online. But you know, trying to like put yourself in a situation where like you're happy with the online. Like earlier today, like I'm playing like, you know, these two other guys who have pretty decent connections, but it was still just laggy enough for me to be like, oh, I dropped stuff, or oh, you know, like this shouldn't have happened, like, but you know, it's just like that happens with a lot of all games, you know, no online. Hey, and if all else fails, just start a local scene, dude. Okay, well, this has been a fun chat, but I gotta get going. I'll come back like tomorrow or something. I think. I don't know if I'll be online tonight, because when my folks get home, they'll probably want to watch like their Korean dramas and shit. And you know, I don't.